Dynamesh 1, the basics. Go to Lightbox, go to Tool, and choose the sphere. Click and drag out and hit Edit. Uncheck Lightbox. A little history lesson. If I went to Polyframe, I could show you that this is a uniform mesh. By going into the Move tool, I can move it out and it becomes ununiformed. Therefore, if I went to sculpt in one area, like this back here, it would look good. Here, not so good. Well, there was a feature, and there still is. Let's say I'm at this stage and I want to fix that. We used to have, and still do, this. Remesh all. Well, remesh would make a new subtool, one that has good polygon structure that allows me to have detail in both areas, and the old one. Now, just let's see what happens now that Dynamesh exists. I'm going to go back to a standard Z-sphere thingy. Not really a Z-sphere, but a sphere in Zbrush. Let's go into Dynamesh. Hit yes. Click on it one more time, and what happens is I can go to the Move tool, click and drag this out, and when I want to kind of add detail to both areas, before I do, I can hold Control, click and drag down, and it will automatically remesh it. So now, this area is good, this area is good. Now I'm sort of underselling that, but really that's the basic understanding of what Dynamesh does. But it happens real time. So as I'm adding geometry in areas, it can only go so far, however. So you can see, if I mash up a bunch of stuff in this area, it can handle it real time, but once I reach this limit, I have to go Control, click and drag down. And now it's remeshed it, and I can add more and more detail. So when you changed it so much, just know that you have to do the Control, click and drag down. Well, what's this mean? I now can really build some awesome stuff just out of one little ball. And students that usually use this stupid snake hook like that can now use a snake hook, because they can just hold Control, click and drag down, and now it has uniformity within the horn itself. Therefore, if they wanted to add a base to the horn, they could. I'll just warn them that it's still a little bit of a problem when it comes down to a low-res cage. So something this high off the mesh should never be supported with something like this. Now you can lower down the resolution on things. Let's say I want to lower down the resolution or make it higher. I can. More detail, of course, very easy. I can add some detail to it. Go to resolution and hit add. Now I have more detail and I can make really tiny changes on the mesh. Now, in order to lower it, I would have to make a little bit of a change and then go down to something like 16 that might support that horn. Control, click and drag down. Then I have my horn still. Again, you can see the polygon structure is a little bad, quite a bit bad. But this is a step in the right direction for those people that want to develop low-res cages for things. I would say this, along with the Decimation Master, is a really good thing. For those people that just want to sculpt, however, and make, just dragons with 3 heads out of one ball, you can. You can make really harsh changes, do the resolution thing, and then away you go to making more and more change. Just be careful when you switch resolutions, however, because you can start getting this to happen. Okay, so going from down to up, you get this going on. Just know that. Alright, so that is Dynamesh 1, just the very basics, but I want to cover a lot more of it, like making holes in things, adding geometry, as far as external geometry and what it means to now have this with like hard edge geometry. So those are all in the next videos. So enjoy.